I just got my hands on the new Infinix Note 60 Pro. And in this video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know before you decide whether you should buy it or not. So this here is the successor to last year's Note 50 Pro. And I know a lot of you are already asking one question in your head. Is this a real upgrade, or is it just Infinix changing the number and increasing the price? Especially when you compare the price of this phone, which I got this particular one for 500,000 naira, and that is about $320, to that of its predecessor that launched at 354,000 naira. So let's get right to it. When I picked up the Note 60 Pro, the first thing I noticed was that it still keeps that big, bold Note series identity. Large display, slim bezels with a clean punch hole camera. It feels premium in hand, it is solid and doesn't feel cheap. And this time, it comes with an IP64 rating. That means it is protected against dust and splashes. It is not waterproof, but it is definitely more durable than before. Last year's Note 50 Pro had that armor alloy metal frame, which felt really premium. This also seems to have the same kind of frames with what I believe to be a plastic bag that doesn't look like it is plastic. It kind of glitters and feels really smooth to touch. It has the one tap button on the left. It has this sensor here, which I will talk about later in the video. It has two speakers that are powered by JBL sound, one up here and one down firing speaker. It has a bold camera island with what looks like a triple camera setup, which isn't. The camera island looks like it has a glass finish, but I can't really tell if it is made of real glass or not, and I am not about testing that with my phone. The most interesting part of this phone design is on this same camera island. You see this side right here of the phone that looks plain and boring. On it is an actual digital display that gives this phone a unique appearance. Infinix calls this display an active metrics display that you can customize to give you different light effects, character themes, or even the time, which you can activate with actions or gestures like just shaking the phone. You can even set it on metrics mini play to play some fun mini games just like this. How cool is that? Now, let's talk about the display. You are getting a 6.78-inch 1.5K AMOLED display with 144Hz refresh rate, of which majority of the apps refresh rate cap at 90Hz or 120Hz max. It only pushes up to 144Hz only on messages, call logs, settings, and a few other apps. Notwithstanding, the refresh still makes scrolling feel smooth, be it on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, everything just moves smoothly. The Note 50 Pro had a 1080p AMOLED panel. This one takes it up to 1.5K resolution. And yes, you can see the difference. Text looks sharper, videos look more detailed, and if you watch a lot of YouTube or Netflix movies, you will appreciate it. Now, let's talk about the biggest change, the performance, which is where things get serious. We're talking about the Snapdragon 7S Gen 4. You know, last year, the Note 50 Pro came with the MediaTek Helio G100, and that was a 4G chip. So this year, Infinix moved to a proper 5G chipset from Qualcomm, and that alone changes the conversation. The Snapdragon 7S Gen 4 is built on a more efficient architecture. It is faster and more efficient. It has better GPU performance, better AI processing, and of course, full 5G support. But then, in real life, what does that even mean? It means that apps open faster, gaming is smoother, multitasking feels more stable, and background apps stays open longer. So if you play games like Call of Duty Mobile or PUBG, you will notice more stable frame rates compared to the Helio G100. The GPU inside the Snapdragon chip is simply stronger. Because it is more power efficient, it works better with that massive 6500 mAh battery. And that, my friend, is not a small upgrade. It is the biggest upgrade on this phone. Helio G100 was good for casual users, but the Snapdragon 7S Gen 4 pushes this phone into proper upper mid-range territory. It runs on Android 16 with Infinix XOS 16. Android 16 brings better privacy controls, improved background app management, smoother animations, and better AI optimization. You will notice improved notification management and smarter battery handling. The Infinix XOS 16 16 also feels more refined. The UI looks cleaner and animations are kind of smoother. There is better customization options and the system feels more stable compared to the older versions. You will get the usual Infinix AI features like the Folax Assistant, Circle to Search and the rest. There is also split screen, floating windows and the rest. My overall experience with this phone so far honestly feels more mature. There is no clear information yet on how many years of software support this phone would be getting as of the time of making this video. But considering that the Note Edge has 3 years of software support, I am guessing it will be the same for the Note 60 Pro. When it comes to storage, it has 8GB RAM, 256GB storage, which gives you more breathing space if you are a heavy user, and it makes everything work smoother and more efficiently. The battery is another area Infinix really push things. The Note 50 Pro had a 5200 mAh battery that was already decent. The Note 60 Pro, however, now has a massive 6500 mAh battery, and you can feel it. This is easily an all-day phone, even for heavy users. If you are gaming, streaming, scrolling for hours, you will still have battery left at night. Charging remains 90-watt wired, which is already very fast. But now we also get 30-watt wireless charging. We get reverse wired charging and then reverse wireless charging. So you can charge your earbuds or even another phone from the back of this phone, which is kind of impressive in this price range. There is also the bypass charging feature for those moments you want to use your phone while still charging it at the same time. Now to the cameras. It has a 50-megapixel main camera and an 8-megapixel ultra-wide camera. So it just has 2 camera lenses. The third one here is just for light effects. The selfie camera dropped from 32 megapixel on the Note 50 Pro to 13 megapixel on the Note 60 Pro. On this camera aspect, I'll have to be blunt. Just like most budget and mid-range Android phones, unless you are in a well-lit room, and I mean well-lit in every sense of the word, this phone's camera has no business indoors because the poor quality of the pictures and the videos you will get will depress you. However, pictures taken outdoors with the main camera are decent. They are sharp and the colors are not oversaturated. Well, they are not saturated enough either. Pictures taken look kind of whitish, which I honestly do not like. The portrait mode decently blurs the background, especially when you set the f-stop right. The portrait pictures I took on this camera came out beautiful. The front camera quality is just there. Pictures taken with it just looks okay as expected. It records video at up to 4K 30 frames per second, depending on the mode or stabilization you choose. The quality of the videos recorded are also decent, and I like that it has inbuilt stabilization for less shaky videos. For extras, we still have the one-tap button. We have NFC, IR blaster remote control. It also has a health monitor feature similar to the heart rate sensor we saw last year. So you can check basic health metrics directly from your phone. But this time, the sensor is located on the side here. Just open the health monitor app, and when you want to measure, let's say, your heart rate, place your thumb on the side sensor and leave it there for some seconds and it will take your measurements. There is also the Joy Connect feature, which basically allows you to easily connect and manage your multiple devices like your Windows laptop, tablet, phones, headphones, watches, and other infrared devices for a more efficient work experience. Now, the real question is this a big upgrade from the Note 50 Pro? Well, when it comes to cameras, it is not. Definitely no. Performance-wise, yes. Battery-wise, yes. Display clarity, just slightly. But then we have to talk about the price. The Note 50 Pro launched at 354,000 naira, and this Note 60 Pro is 500,000 naira. At least that's how much I bought it, which is a significant jump. And I believe this could probably be because this year's Note 60 Pro is 5G. So if you already own the Note 50 Pro and your phone is working fine, I wouldn't say this is a must upgrade. The difference is noticeable, but it is not life-changing. However, if you are coming from something older than the Note 50 Pro, maybe say the Note 30 or a lower mid-range device, then yes, this feels like a proper leap. It is not overhyped. The improvements are real, especially the Snapdragon 7S Gen 4 and the 6500 mAh battery. The camera is where I'm kind of disappointed. Infinix focused more on performance, battery, durability, and future-proofing with 5G. And at the end of the day, that might actually be what makes it a good device. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to my channel for more honest tech reviews like this one. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.